What a show we had. What a show.
Yeah, it was a show, all right. It was a show, all right. I'm not sure if it was a good show, but so you didn't catch the first match.
No.
So I will talk about Orange Cassidy versus Matt Hardy, which Dom just spoiled. Orange Cassidy won.
I'm gonna spoil all of them.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's fine.
I mean,
I honestly didn't. I think I'm kind of sick of Orange Cassidy's thing.
What?
The little kicks, and Matt Hardy was so Orange Cassidy would kick him. Matt Hardy would do the delete. I'm like, and I don't like that Matt Hardy does the delete now because he's not in that character. He's a different, totally other character. The one thing I did like about this is Orange Cassidy put his hands in his pockets, like he usually does.
Yeah,
Matt Hardy did the same thing, but Matt Hardy took out his hands out of his pockets, and he just had like stacks of money. But overall, I feel like this match, I feel like Matt Hardy was really sloppy in this match. He just, I don't know if it's age getting to him, because I don't watch too many Matt Hardy matches nowadays. I don't know.
Why would you?
Yeah, I don't know if it's age killing him or it's just he's just, I don't know. But Orange Cassidy did a crossbody, which is intended to hit like right here,
Yeah. That's a crossbody.
He hit him right in the nose, makes him bleed everywhere. I think he broke his nose. So, if I was rating this match, I'd probably give it like 2 stars. It was not very exciting. It was very slow pace, and I hope I don't have. And then Orange Cassidy's versing, I don't know the guy's name next week, but Matt Hardy's Click.
Oh, okay. Jack Evans.
Yeah, they announced that for next week, so I'm hoping we'll see a little more of Orange Cassidy performing, because I don't really watch that much.
Well, Jack Evans is a big high flyer, so he can showcase some of that, because Matt Hardy, he's old. He does a lot of taunting now. He's more of a spokesfigure than an actual wrestler, I would seem.
Yeah, so like I do like Matt on the mic still. I think he still has it. I think he's much better than he was back in the day, because I don't remember him like in the early 2000s being very good on the mic.
Maybe I have to watch back the Edge feud, if anything. That would intrigue me. Maybe I have to watch back the Hardy feud in 2009, but I can't really talk about his promo skills back then and compared.
But
to
yeah,
now.
they seem to improve a lot. It seems like he's really good at this character he's playing. But for the match, it wasn't my cup of tea. I do not like slow-paced matches, especially slow-paced matches with the wrestlers that aren't very good in the ring anymore. As Matt Hardy is. So, I wasn't really too much interested in this match.
Well, I came home from basketball, because hoop is life. Is that how's a ball is life? Okay, Eric is here.
Sorry, I'm late.
Great job, Eric. You pushed me all the way up to the AEW review. Now all my face is AEW review.
I mean, Dom, I think it's better that way.
No, it's not. I have a beautiful head of hair. Look at this. I look like young Ric Flair.
I can't see the AEW logos in the way, but anyway.
Eric, were you able to catch
So you didn't watch AEW tonight, so you're kind of running blank right now. But the first match is Orange Cassidy versus Jeff Hardy. Orange Cassidy broke
Matt Hardy, I believe you mean.
Matt Hardy.
I didn't watch, but I don't think Jeff Hardy was on AEW tonight.
It's literally right there. It's literally right there.
It says Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, I know. All right, whatever. So Matt Hardy, and they botched a lot of moves, and it was an Orange Cassidy win. So that's really all you need to know about that match.
Okay, Orange won. What a spoiler!
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm in Chicago this whole week. Too
late to be in Chicago.
For non-wrestling related reasons, I'm in Chicago. Yes, I watched Raw, but I wasn't able to watch Dynamite today. But I'm more than happy to give my opinion just in general on both of these guys, because I have pretty strong opinions about both these guys.
There we go.
Yes, I mean. In reference to just the feud overall, I feel like, call me crazy, this feud feels like it's been going on for a really long time.
I called you crazy because I don't know when it actually started.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's been going on for a while. And these are just two of the guys where even when I watch AEW pretty frequently, but I always skip over their stuff. So them feuding makes it a little bit easier because I don't need to skip over quite as much. But yeah, Orange Cassidy, I feel like he's a classic AEW guy because AEW it's a product geared towards their fans and literally just their fans. And he's so over with them, but I'm just like, I'm not part of that crowd. I don't get the appeal. Honestly, anybody who says they like Orange Cassidy in a not ironic way, I don't believe them at all because I just don't. It's stupid. It's the same thing. His matches are the same every single time.
You better stop hating him up.
Yeah, and then Matt Hardy, he's obviously a legend, but I've been really confused with him in AEW. Because he's been in AEW for a little over a year, I feel like, and he's already on. This is big money. He's like his fourth gimmick. He's already tried. Like he just keeps coming up. He keeps using gimmicks, and they all are bad. So if this was the opening match, I'm really glad I wasn't able to watch tonight.
It was not a good show, in my opinion. I did not like AEW at all.
I wasn't there, so I can't judge. But while in the shower, young Dominic watched the Jericho promo, and Dominic enjoyed the Jericho promo. I actually took some notes, so I'm the notes guy for AEW now. So Eric, you move out. You better move out the way.
We'll see.
Because a new sheriff has arrived in town. So basically, Jericho wants a rematch. Surprise, surprise. He sets up the match for All In. Was it All Out or All Out?
All Out.
All Out. All Out.
And he says if he loses, he will no longer wrestle in AEW. And I was like, ooh. And then MJF comes out and he says, well, why can't Chris Jericho? Why can't you just leave me alone? And honestly, I thought the same. Why can't Chris Jericho just leave MJF alone? But he's intrigued of retiring Jericho.
If only he was actually going to retire him.
Well, the thing is, with the I still think MJF is going to win, but
no way.
Listen. Listen. He can still wrestle, like, say, shows for Impact now, and say,
stop it.
No, they said in a later promo, they said career. They said career.
Yeah. God, I hate those stipulations. I really hate those stipulations. They ruin everything because is anyone actually believing that MJF's going to win? Like this?
Yes, I still do believe. They have to.
Other than you, but
other than me.
To think like this is actually something that's going to happen that Chris Jericho might just lose and be just done with wrestling. Are you kidding? It's the same thing with the Roman Cena stipulation. I have the exact same thought. Why? Now I just know who's going to win without a doubt. I mean, Jericho was probably going to win the match anyway without the stipulation making it really obvious, but now there's not even a point to really watch. I mean, I'm going to watch the match, but I feel like I don't need to.
Go ahead.
I'm just like marveled, like the AEW marks. Like, if you're gonna crap on WWE for doing rematch after rematch after rematch, you have to be like, what is going on here? Literally, MJF should be like in the title picture and another big another big program, but he's doing something with old ass Chris Jericho.
Old ass Chris Jericho.
He's been with Jericho for what now, a year and a half, including the Inner Circle.
I think besides the tag matches, they've had 3 separate matches. MJF has won all 3, and now you're gonna just like kill his momentum.
He has to win the 4th. No, he has to win the 4th.
I mean, the only thing I can see is Chris Jericho said, "Oh, he'll just do commentary full time."
Bullshit.
So the only thing I can see is if MJF beats him, Chris Jericho on commentary, Chris Jericho starts getting involved in his matches, and MJF challenges him to another one. And if Chris, if you beat me, you can start wrestling again, and that's what's going to happen. Or
the only problem with that would be kind of cool, but if they're going to make the angle that Jericho's like being a smartass on commentary during MJF's matches, that doesn't play very well to the live crowd because the live crowd can't hear the commentary. But yeah, it's not going to happen. Jericho's just going to win. He's going to derail all MJF. I've been saying it for a while. Whenever he does something really good or gets a really good win, he never gets to keep his momentum. He never gets to keep his heat. And I'm happy to see this is no different at all.
Point out something interesting that MJF did say, which popped me, and you guys can guess who that is a reference to. He said, do you guys know what this is a reference to?
I actually didn't hear you cut out.
You cut out, yeah.
God damn it! He said, "I'm the best in the world, and you know it." What's that a reference to?
It's MJF.
Yeah, that's MJF.
That's his saying.
So it's not a reference to. I swear I could have heard him say that.
It's a combination of him and CM Punk. Because his things I'm better than you, you know it. His things I'm better than you.
Chris Jericho in WWE was I'm the best at the world at what I do.
No, but I swear there was a, and you know it, like not woo,
and you know
not,
it's
like not sacred, you know it, but like I feel
that's
like
MJF. That's MJF. He said that numerous.
Okay.
Yeah, that big segue just.
Okay, whatever. On to the next, like JC likes to say. So next we have the Eliminator Tournament continues after the Private Party. They beat the Private Party on Friday. Today we have the
Dom, you keep coming out a bit, so I'll take over.
Yeah.
So the Lucha Bros. This is probably the best match of the night. I don't. So my only gripe was the start of the match. Why do they have the tag teams in the crowds? I don't understand why
they always have that.
I don't understand. It's stupid.
Well, they were going to come on They came on afterwards anyway.
Which tag was it? The tag teams like in the tournament, or was it just on?
It was like, Jungle Boy and
Luchasaurus.
Okay, then I think that's their way of saying like, I think that's their response to like in WWE. If this were to happen, they'd cut to them like off camera in the back, awkwardly standing in front of a television screen.
Yeah,
I think that's how they. Which I kind of like. Finding a different way to do that because in WWE it looks so dumb. I don't know if in the crowd with the paying fans is necessarily the answer to that.
Especially during a pandemic, wouldn't you think that like it would not be the best thing to have your people in the crowd with like
that? I think if that'd be a fun time. Like if Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus have to be there. You can put them on commentary. I mean, neither of them talk very much, but that's just a way you can have them in there, and you can ask them a few questions. The classic, where they can kind of put over both teams, talk about how they're better. It's just a better way to do it, I think. But what do I know? They got the book of the year.
What do you know? I'm kidding.
So my impression of this match is probably the best match of the night. I'm not sure how I feel about the Varsity Blondes, if I'm being honest. I don't really like their gimmick that much. I feel like it's like kind of stupid. But I was rooting for the Lucha Bros in this match. I think the Lucha Bros are very talented. I think no matter what, the Young Bucks are gonna win. So
yeah,
that's AEW booking. They're not gonna take the title off Kenny. They're not gonna take the title off the Young Bucks. So in all, it was a pretty decent match. I'd give it like 3.5 stars. It wasn't the best, but AEW is such a better job at tag team wrestling that WWE.
Yes.
Totally agree.
They still have like way too many groups, but like the tag team difference between WWE and AEW is so far, and the talent isn't really that far in between. Like I think WWE is probably the best couple best tag teams other than the Young Bucks, and they just don't use them correctly.
Well, let's see if I can say something before it cuts me out again. I really enjoy the Eliminator Tournament because it's a good way to showcase tag teams we otherwise wouldn't see. I don't remember how many times the Varsity Blondes have been on television, like TNT television before this, but it's a good way to showcase their younger talent and be like, hey, you guys like Varsity Blondes? I enjoyed the wing work they do. The gimmick itself, it's a reference to what they did with Senior, Pillman Senior, and Austin, of course. So the gimmick is whatever. I really don't look into gimmick much as I should, but actually, let me refrain to using the gimmicks is fine, whatever. But way to showcase the young talent and say, hey, look, this is AEW Dark. You should check it out to watch more Varsity Blondes. It was a pretty good match. The Lucha Bros.
Oh, there he goes.
The connection in the world. He'll come back. Hey, you're back.
Penta El Zero is over. Phoenix is over. Penta El Zero had a Joker-inspired ring gear on, which was great. great all-around match. I enjoyed myself. And afterwards, the Young Bucks, they came out. Well, they came out before the match, and then they watched it.
It's like such like a like I don't get the Young Bucks gimmick. Like what are they? Are they like the jocks of?
I feel like their gimmick.
We're good.
Their gimmick seems like it's just obnoxious. And
It is.
And because we're obnoxious, that makes us heels because you're probably annoyed with what we're doing.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, obviously, I didn't watch the match. I'm probably going to preface everything I say with I didn't watch it, but but didn't watch the match. But I do like both of these teams. I think for the Lucha Bros, Penta's I definitely like Penta. But as far as like in-ring work, I think I'm definitely more of a Rey Fenix fan. I think he's definitely one of the best high flyers, at least that are working in a North American promotion. Because they have some crazy guys down in Mexico. But as far as guys that work in a North American promotion, I think he's definitely the best high flyer. He just does things that people should not be able to do with their body, and it's just insane. The Varsity Blondes. So Dom, you said you don't know how much TNT television they've been on.
Yeah.
They're not on very often. They're really used, at least from what I haven't seen every single AEW Dynamite since they started, but every time I see them, they're kind of used more as enhancement talent. They come in and they have a serviceable 5-minute match to get another team over. But also I'm noticing on the screen it says Lucha Bros, not Lucha Bros.
Lucha Bros. Let me hide that.
But
anyway, I want to edit it.
Anyway, it's Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. I'm not a huge fan of Griff Garrison. He just hasn't really done anything that's like wowed me, I don't think. But Brian Pillman Jr. At first I wasn't a huge fan of his, but what I'm about to say, it goes to how I think they've just really dropped the ball on what they could have done with Brian Pillman Jr. When the Brian Pillman Dark Side of the Ring episode aired, he got so over for just like real world stuff. Like if you've seen that 2-parter of Dark Side of the Ring, you will love Brian Pillman Jr. And I just think and also just as far as if we're talking about Dark Side of the Ring, like ratings, those 2 episodes had the highest rating of any of the episodes they've had in their 3 seasons. So they've had the biggest audience seeing Brian Pillman Jr. and him just getting over. And I think they just completely missed the opportunity there. Like, I'm not saying throw him straight into the title picture. I'm not even necessarily saying break up the tag team, but I think they missed a huge opportunity to give Brian Pillman Jr. some shine and really because then once he gets some shine and people get behind him, they get behind the team. And then that's a team that people will actually cheer for instead of just using them as enhancement talent. Because now it's just I think for me, Brian Pillman Jr., he's got all this potential, and he's still fairly green. He's not I understand why they're not pushing him necessarily as an in-ring performer because he's still got a lot of work to do. But just as a not even a character, but because everything we know about him from Dark Side of the Ring is real. He's a babyface personality. Yeah. And with wrestling fans these days, when we know everything's fake. When we and this is why CM Punk, one of the big reasons why CM Punk is, don't give me that face. One of the big reasons why CM Punk is so over is because we know that everything he says he means and that he isn't he's not putting on an act. The character of CM Punk is Phil Brooks. He's not a different person. So whenever the wrestling fan today, whenever they can find something that's real, like a person that is real, that person just instantly gets over. And I think they really dropped the ball with Brian Pillman Jr. on that.
The only reason I would dispute that is because I really do think the Lucha Bros are going to take off the titles from the Young Bucks.
Of course not. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
You said you think they are. Did you say you think they are?
I do.
Okay, okay.
Because you should have seen the crowd. They were over. It
doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It's the Young Bucks.
What do you mean it does matter?
Not to the Young Bucks. Hey, Young Bucks. Hey, Young Bucks. They cheered for these guys. You think you want to drop the title for them now? No, they don't.
I feel like they go backstage and they're like, "Hey, hey, Nick and Matt, you're gonna lose the title." And they're like, "No, we're not. Sorry."
Just a bold prediction for mine, but that's whatever.
Another dumb bold prediction. So if this,
I have a question. It got higher ratings than the.
So if this bold prediction becomes true, does that bring the running total to 1?
I make a last week bold prediction, so at least one of them comes to rated all around.
No, you're not gonna get it.
Whatever. So I was just gonna say before I cut out, basically the Young Bucks try to push the Lucha Bros and the Jurassic Park into each other, and they were not having it. Penta and Luchasaurus super kicked Matt and Nick off the apron, and that was about it.
Yeah,
And they
I didn't like that either because these teams are fighting Friday for a chance to win the tag titles or have a chance to go to Steel Cage to win the tag titles, and they're helping each other out.
they respect each other. They're done with the
care.
Young Bucks. They're done with the Super Elite. The Good Brothers were there too. They just stood around doing nothing. That's
they usually do. That's
they usually do.
Yeah, what are the Good Brothers even doing in AEW at this point?
They're just
Nothing.
Nothing wrong.
they're there to be there. Why not?
And I like them. I like those guys, but I just wish they'd actually do something with them.
I have it somewhere.
Like, if you're not going to do anything with the Good Brothers, why are they there? Because the Elite, that stable has enough people. It's got Kenny, the Bucks, Good Brothers, Nakazawa, and Brandon Cutler. You already have Nakazawa and Cutler. Those are already your two flunkies. You don't need to have the Good Brothers.
Brandon Cutler, Nakazawa.
All right, let's move on to the next match because this we spent way too much on. It was a good match.
Yeah, we spent way too much on the Lucha Brothers and Varsity Blood.
All right, let me go on this next one. Jamie Hayter, which I guess I haven't watched too much AEW up to this point, so I guess she's like a muscle for Britt Baker.
Yeah, she's a muscle. Yeah, not Rebel. Britt Baker for a while now, and and she debuted in the first Rampage.
So this was like a very stiff match.
Very.
Red Velvet. When I first watch Red Velvet, she reminds me of Spike Dudley. Just her body just throwing all over the place.
Spike Dudley.
And so this was probably my favorite moment of the whole episode when Jamie Hayter's on the ground, back up and face the wall. Red Velvet tries a moonsault, completely misses her, missed her bad.
Oh boy!
Jamie didn't move at all. And she just went, and then she landed face first, and then they got the finish out of that.
Oh.
But she just missed the moonsault. It was terrible.
That's another Red Velvet thing. There was I want to say it was a little over a month ago. She kind of had a similar moment, except it wasn't a moonsault. She was going for a suicide dive, and you know how I'm in Daly's place on the camera sides. There's not that much space between the floor and the barricade. She took off way too fast, and you guys know a scorpion when you hit and then you back bends and your legs come up they could touch back.
Oh, don't worry, she did that tonight too. She did that tonight twice.
It looked like she was legit could have broken her back. She's super green, but especially she needs to work if she's going to be doing those kinds of those high spots and those dangerous spots. She needs to polish up because she's going to really hurt herself.
So the Spike Dudley of AEW. You heard it here first.
I don't know if my connection is. I don't understand. My connection's been a mystery ever since I ever got it. But I know that she did the Scorpion twice. I took count of that. She did 2 runs outside, and she did the Scorpion twice. And she also took a very bad Irish whip to the ring post, and it looked pretty bad. It looked very stiff. So other than that, Cody already described the finish. Then Red Velvet and Britt Baker. Britt Baker is probably the most over women's wrestler right now. I'll argue that. Right now.
I don't know.
Becky's
just probably not to be over on SmackDown, but she's definitely over. If you heard the crowd,
I'll argue that. Like I said, I'll argue that. Anyways, they attacked Velvet after the match. Chris Stanley came. And she rescued her, and then they had a little stare down. And they're gonna, I think, I forgot the match to tease, but they're gonna have something next week. Do you remember?
It's a tag team match.
Tag team match. So that will be our go home until they go to all out.
And then they also have the Casino Royal match, but it's a woman.
Yeah. I'll talk about that later. I have that written down.
Okay.
Next, we have I don't know. Cody didn't like the segment before we talked about the. Basically, And
Don't
we're
trust
arguing.
me.
Evil Uno and Alex Reynolds were arguing.
Okay.
And everyone was pissed at Uno, and it looks like they're feuding. I don't know.
It was very dumb. It was just the
It
terrible.
wasn't dumb.
It was just. What was good? What did
The
you get
point
from
was
that?
to show that they're farther feuding. Okay, it wasn't dumb. You could say it was bad acting, whatever, but it was to further the story.
Terrible acting.
It wasn't terrible.
If I can be the voice of reason, the third vote. I didn't watch it, but if the Dark Order was involved, it was stupid.
Shut up! No.
They've never, from the second that they debuted in AEW, been over or interesting to me.
Except
they were a little bit interesting for me with Brody Lee, because I really like Brody Lee, but I definitely like them better as heels. And they never really officially turned face. It's just like Brody Lee died, and then they just kind of became babyface, which I totally understand. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But they're so dumb. I hate everything. Like, I think everything. They're too goofy, and ridiculous, and I don't take them seriously because they never win matches. How can I take anyone seriously that even if they argue and have a hot segment, I know whatever match they're going to have, they're going to lose. Find me the last time the Dark Order won a match. And I'm going to say that, and then it's going to turn out they won last week or something, but they don't win matches.
They did say that. Didn't they just say that we haven't won? Wasn't that part of their thing? We've been on a losing streak or something.
The last time I remember them winning was at the Brody Lee special.
Which was at the beginning, which was at the end. That was at the end of 2020.
Yeah,
it was at the end of 2020. I think their whole thing with Adam Page that they were doing, I think that was horrible for Adam Page.
They still are talking about him because they were like, we haven't seen Adam Page since you made him run off or something. It was like, yeah, it was dumb.
Adam Page needs to stay away from them. I think.
I mean, he is.
Good. I think he said it himself. I think he needs to stay that way. He's also
staying away from TV too. When's the last time Adam Page was on TV? The when they had the Space Jam match.
Yeah.
Was that the last time he was on TV?
Well, he was probably like, I can't believe they actually booked me to lose this stupid shit. I'm never that's a good time to take some time off if I'm Adam Page. But yeah, I think the Dark Order, everything the Dark Order touches turns to stupid and not interesting. So, having not seen the segment, I'll tell you the segment sucked.
You better rewatch it and like it.
I'll watch it, and I'll probably say the same thing.
Or whatever. Back to the amazingness of Punk.
Okay, can I go on this? Because I'm going to have an opinion that Dom's not really going to like.
Ooh, okay.
He's going to be like, oh, Punk was awful. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
No. I just think it didn't make sense.
Go on.
He literally went into the ring to just trash on WWE some more. That's literally, and then he made a reference to Daniel Bryan. Everybody was going, yes. He said, "Oh, you're going to have to be a little more patient on that one."
Oh, okay.
That was excitement. Cool. It's exciting.
Cool, though. But the match versus Darby Allin is in a week and a half, or it's next Sunday.
Yeah.
So
the next Sunday.
There's really no hype on it. Darby Allin didn't come to confront him, talk about the match. And then it's like, oh, maybe Darby Allin's not here tonight.
No, we know what he's doing.
The next match, Darby Allin's in a tag team match. Where are we going here? Are you going to hype it at all? Are you going to, I'm not, the only reason I'm interested in the match is CM Punk coming back. Other than that, I wouldn't be interested.
I think that's what.
But I want at least a little background on what's going on. CM Punk's just if I was 15, Darby Allin would be my favorite wrestler.
But they don't have nothing to base off of. He comes for the first time. What are you gonna base it off of? You can't just say, "Oh, Darby Allin once spat in my face when I was in WWE." You can't make up shit like that. You just say,
"Why not? Why can't you make?"
That is stupid. No, that is stupid. You better start.
You make up
wrestling. I think it is fine. It was an exciting promo. It wasn't nothing special. CM Punk, face CM Punk is gonna have, in my opinion, worse promos than heel CM Punk. I think that's just me though. So he did what was fine. He had a good pop. Wasn't as big as Chicago, of course. I think there's still gonna be a honeymoon phase on like CM Punk chance. I don't know when it will end, but right now everybody's just excited to see CM
Oh
Punk.
yeah. Also, Eric, CM Punk retired the nickname "Voice of the Voiceless."
Yes, I did have that in my notes because he doesn't have to speak. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is a show of a lot of WWE references, and
Yes.
he said, "I'm retiring the name Voice of the Voiceless because you people have a voice, and the people backstage listen."
Gross.
So that was that.
So he's pandering. Great, Punk.
Oh yeah, he's pandering.
Don't make me sick of your promos this quickly, Punk.
People to stop hating.
I have a very bold prediction for All Out, but
we'll keep that for the prediction show.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I do have a prediction about it.
Neither of us, Cody, can ever give bold predictions and if we're going to shit on Dom all the time for his and have him be like really dumb, so it better be good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I will. Don't worry. Next Saturday.
I'm gonna quickly just say again. I'm just gonna reiterate. I think Darby's completely the wrong opponent for Punk. I think it makes no sense because I don't think either of these guys are in a position where they can lose. Obviously, Darby is again a babyface, one of their biggest babyface. They gave him Sting as his not like. I guess I'm just gonna call Sting his muscle because he's not really his manager, and he's also more than a valet. So I'm just gonna call him his muscle. They gave him Sting. He held the TNT title for a while. He's being pushed. He doesn't lose very much, so he can't. I don't think he can lose on pay-per-view. And also, you really are you're really gonna beat CM Punk in his first match. I almost think this match they're just like the only way they can really get out of it is if they have like a fuck finish or an angle. But then again, like you can't mess with Punk's first match. I think this is a horrible matchup for Punk's. Why is a baby because also the big thing, why is a babyface fighting a babyface? They do that all the time in AEW. Babyfaces fight babyfaces and heels fight heels, and it makes no sense. Like Punk needs to come in against a heel so that if he wins, there's nobody. If he wins, there's going to be people that say, "Oh, Punk is coming back and he's burying." You're
gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
But I understand that that's the right decision. I understand that I think it's the right decision. I think Punk should win against anybody. But the fact that they're making it one of their top babyfaces, I think, is ridiculous.
Well, you gotta make it credible.
And I'm not going to.
And I think it's CM Punk's call, and he wants to have the first match with.
I don't think so. I don't think he's like, oh, I want to face Darby Allin.
Yeah, let's be honest. There's a million. There's at least 10 people in AEW that would be a better opponent than Darby.
But I'm pretty sure it's CM Punk's call who he wanted to have the first match.
I'm sure he had say in it, but I don't think I think of everybody in AEW. I don't think he's like, give me Darby Allin.
Yes, I'm 100% saying that, and I'm trying to make my face visible because of this AEW review thing. But I'm 100% saying that he has referenced Darby Allin and how much he likes his matches in the past. Him just saying that he would be a fan of him when he was younger. I think that just shows, like, hey, this is still a guy CM Punk wanted to wrestle.
So are we like now? Are we like telling? Are we saying, CM Punk, you have the right to pick whoever you want to fight?
Yes, I'm 100%.
You know what? I'd buy that. If it came out that part of Punk's contract said you get to pick who you want to feud with, and we won't.
100%. Yes,
I believe it. I think to get CM Punk in AEW, I think he got whatever the hell he wanted. Like I think he's probably making he's probably making 8 figures, and he's probably getting a double-digit royalty on merch.
Ice cream
so
bars.
Probably. Tony Khan sits him down. He said, "Hey, Punk, we'll put whoever you want to fight, and we'll just say you can just say in your promos you would like him if you were age 15, and that's how we're gonna do these feuds."
Yeah, I've never argued. I never said how. You know what? We Punk online, but it's all we gotta get moving because we have.
I know we still have a whole crappy Raw.
Okay. I just want to talk about the Miro package real quick. Miro called out Eddie Kingston be his next opponent. I don't think it will be an All Out. I'd be surprised. But then again, another call out for Happened Tonight, which I'll talk about later for All Out, I think. And we just called Eddie Kingston and then he talked about how much his wife loves him. I just want to say Miro is great, and I'm excited to see him against another person that that wrestled tonight. That's all I say about that.
immediately, so it was funny because I was thinking during the CM Punk segment, I was thinking, where's Miro? He's the TNT champion. Where is he? Like you have to have. I feel like you should have your champion, no matter what kind of champion they are, on almost every show. And I'm like, is he nowhere to be found? And the video package showed up.
He was there, and he did a call out. So we'll have a match.
Okay, but I was thinking that before that. So
talking about matches, and Eddie Kingston, of course, and Darby Allin and Jon Moxley. We have Darby Allin, Jon Moxley, and Eddie Kingston against the Wingmen, which consists of the old man Cesar, who was an NXT.
Cesar Bononi.
Yes. Yes. He was like 6'4". Then Bailey's former boyfriend. No, that's somebody else. My bad.
Just had to name drop Bailey.
Dolph Ziggler's brother, and Peter Avalon.
Ryan Nemeth.
Yeah, Ryan Nemeth.
Is it Nick? No.
Nick is Dolph.
No, his name is Ryan Nemeth. The Hollywood.
He's like the Hollywood hunk or something.
Hunk, yeah, that's what it is. The Hollywood hunk. And some old man was there too with Brian. Yeah. So
this is I'll just stop down. This is boring. This is so boring.
I enjoyed.
I also don't get what's Jon Moxley's character.
He bites old people. He bit the old man.
There's conspiracies going on that his character actually is a cokehead. Because a couple weeks ago he cut a promo and like intentionally multiple times he was like sniffing and like wiping his hands. Like people like no, his character legit is a cokehead.
It's not a cokehead. You stop it.
No, of course it's not legitimately. It's literally his gimmick is I think what it's always been. He's just a crazy guy.
That's funny. That's funny.
I don't
get his character at all. I think it's pretty dumb. I think he should be in. Dumb. What is cool about his character?
Okay, I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's dumb. And when you talk about what is he actually doing? He has a segment later in the show explaining what he will do. So you just paying attention. You don't pay attention. That's what it seems like to me. He bit an old man. And then he had the coffin drop to win the match. By the way,
Sting, who was this old man?
I don't know.
What do you look like?
I'll get a picture. 1 second.
What do you look like?
Give me talk about something else while I get the picture.
I honestly lost interest as soon as Jon Moxley came out. If I'm being honest, I think he's boring right now. I think he's been boring since he lost the title, basically. And then he just wins matches, and then he drinks beer after the match. Like, you're not Stone Cold. You're not like Darby. Why is Darby Allin in this match? I know so Darby. Is this the match I was right that Darby Allin got attacked? Darby Allin got attacked after the match against the guy that fought Jon Moxley.
Daniel Garcia. I was gonna get to it, but you went. Yeah. Anyways.
You told us to talk, so I'm talking with your back connection.
Good point.
So yeah, Darby Allin gets attacked after the match. So like, Darby Allin's in like, what is he in 4 feuds at once right now?
Dude,
it's just, they like putting the kid on TV. What can you say?
Good point.
And then you're gonna let him either lose
and like what are you gonna do this week? Put him on TV in the segment with the guy that he's fighting at the pay-per-view, or put him in a random 6-way? Obviously, you put him in a random 6-way.
It was a fun 6-way. Leave it alone. Here's the old man.
Wait, what? Wait.
That's the old man. He bit.
Okay, I have no clue who that is. Is that one of the guys? I don't want to sound really stupid, but is that one of the guys from Bear Country? Maybe. No, it's not.
No. He's with the wingman. He's with the wingman.
Oh well, not important. All
right, yeah. This match wasn't anything to write home.
Yeah, I'll just quickly say I've never ever been a fan. Even back when he was Dean Ambrose, I've never liked his matches. His matches are all the same. I'm gonna brawl for a little bit. We're gonna go out to the floor for about 10 minutes. Then we're gonna come in and I'm gonna win. That's all his matches are.
Well, I'm glad my mom's not watching this because she would.
I understand it, and I understand that like he's no doubt he's really over. He's really over. He should be on TV, and because of what a big name he is in the business, he should be winning. I'm just saying like he's not my taste, but like a lot of things with AEW that I have a problem with. I'll fully admit, like there's an audience for everything, and AEW is an audience that's gonna that likes everything they put on, and there's nothing wrong with that. AEW, you got to give it to them. They know their audience, and they know like that no company does it better when it comes to just giving your audience what they want to see than AEW, and they want to see Jon Moxley. So what can you say?
The best thing about Jon Moxley is the wild thing.
Wow! Oh, I love that entrance. I love entrances.
One of the best things. That's the best thing. That's the best thing about Jon Moxley. Right?
Okay. Anyways, next, Bunny and Ty Conti had a segment.
This was the worst thing that happened.
let me finish. Bunny and Ty Conti had a segment. So basically, Bunny like, hey, look at Dark Order. She agrees with Cody and Eric. They suck. She wants them to join the Matt Hardy Empire, and then Ty Conti just tries to beat up the Bunny. And Bunny and Ty Conti are gonna have a match on Friday, so we're gonna talk about that as well. Yay!
I have a question: Is that girl? Was she in NXT at all? She looks familiar.
I don't know.
Yes, and she was part of the Women's Classic, Mae Young Classic.
Okay.
Mae Young.
That's right.
Yes.
But this was stupid. This was very dumb.
And they're gonna. I think both of them are gonna be in the buy-in Casino Royale.
Yeah, we all know who's winning the buy-in. So
I haven't looked at the. I didn't pay attention to the card.
Do we? Who's winning?
9 announced.
Thunder Rosa's winning. Thunder Rosa's winning.
Oh yeah, Thunder Rosa's. Yeah, never mind. Okay.
Good.
But we keep that for the next.
Does that mean wait? The winner of the Casino Battle Royal gets a title shot, right?
Yes.
So we get Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker again.
It's good.
It's good, but
it's good, but we don't like rematches. We don't.
It's a good match. It's
going
to
to
be
trash on WWE. We have to trash on AEW.
Okay. Fine.
It's gonna be a good match because Thunder Rosa's really good, Britt Baker's good, but like this will be what their 4th match this year.
They don't have anybody to go.
I mean, maybe she won't win, but we're like already trashing on the hypothetical.
Yeah.
Hypothetical. So we need to stop. We need to stop. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Christian had a segment with Omega. Of course, the whole crew came out except the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks. Don Callis is great. I like his segment. He name dropped Vince McMahon. Wow.
Ooh, interesting.
Wow. Did you catch that?
Actually, this was probably my favorite segment of the night, just because first Don Callis name dropped Vince McMahon, and then he said, "You think you know me?" So referencing.
I had it in my notes. You beat me to it.
And then he said, Christian, you just at like All Out, you'll be like this your entire career, just finishing second best. Referencing the Edge again.
Was this all this is all things Don Callis said?
Yes.
God, I love Don. Didn't I tell you guys I love Don Callis' program?
You did. It was good. I don't understand the feud with the whole Don Callis and Christian background. Maybe I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, there was like a really weird thing where like Kenny Omega was 10 or something, and then
I don't understand.
Christian,
if Christian and Don Callis have any sort of history, it'll probably be Impact related because I think
it was farther back apparently. It
was like a long time ago.
Oh,
Christian was like 15 or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just stupid. I just don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. So someone can explain it to us.
Eric will.
The Connection Kingdom.
No. Eric, hello. Eric will explain it to us next show. That's your job. That's your home.
Okay. Yeah, it's your homework for the week.
This is what I've been wanting to get into because Cody's like, what is Moxley gonna? He told us what he's gonna do. He was waiting for a mail. And one person from New Japan wants to fight him. And that is Kojima.
Yeah.
If you don't know Kojima, he loves bread. He's a cozy lariat, and he's a veteran. Last time was faced a New Japan guy. One-on-one was who was it?
Wasn't it Kenta? No,
Blue Justice. Justice, Eric, help me out here.
Oh, me.
If you guys notice, I don't watch New Japan.
I know you don't watch New Japan. It's not important. We got to get rolling here. We still have an entire.
Okay. But he's gonna face the Breadman Kojima, but it wasn't advertised. Shortly after they advertised all the matches, and Mr. Breadman wasn't there, so I'm confused. That's all.
I don't think it should be an all out, if I'm being honest.
I'm not saying
That
that.
would be two matches with no storyline at all in your pay-per-view.
I mean, the storyline is he hates the veterans of New Japan. He wants
Well,
to be
the other
all
thing is, you also have to consider AEW fans aren't necessarily like all WWE fans that transferred over. They're all people that have religiously watched the indies, and indie shows. There's usually never a feud, or at least any sort of long-term storyline in the indies. So this is so it's kind of the product that AEW fans are used to and love to see matches that don't really have much build. Sometimes it's just two guys they like having a match.
Okay, I'm gonna get to the Gun Club versus the Factory.
Oh God, this was a match.
Yes, this was a match. And guess what? And you see it right. The Gun Club won against the Factory.
Well, of course, because heels never win on Dynamite. But
they're building that Big Show match for
the Gun Club, a group nobody. I'll bet you a lot of people that watch AEW don't even know who the Gun Club is, because I think they do a lot of their work on AEW Dark and the Factory, who literally no one cares about them. Literally,
I care about them because
if Anthony Ogogo's not there, I do not care about the Factory at all.
Well, one of them dated Bailey, and I'm very.
And then do you know they're undefeated, right, in AEW? The Gun Club? The Gun Club. They're now 13-0. Yeah. They were 12-0 going into that match when they won.
You better stop.
No, because one of the Gun kids, I forget which one, is like 24-0, but it's all dark matches. But yeah,
I need to watch more.
I totally believe they're undefeated.
I need to watch more dark.
This was a dumb match. Big Show was on commentary, or Paul White.
Yeah, no more BS.
Building his match against that guy that we really don't care about. I'll probably go to the bathroom during that match.
The match it's not going to last long. You might need to take a really quick bathroom break. So I don't think that match is going very long.
If I miss it, oh well. All right, Dom. This is main event time, right?
No. Shows me that you're not paying attention, because next we have Ethan Page, Scorpio.
This was stupid. This was stupid last week. It was stupid this week.
You missed it. Come on, Cody.
No, I remember seeing it, and I don't know who that guy is.
I don't know. That's what I said. He's an old man.
And his promos don't make any sense. I don't know what he's trying to say.
Oh man, they have messed Scorpio Sky up.
And Ethan Page.
He was one of my favorite guys on the entire roster. He's so good, and they put him with Ethan Page, who's also really good. And this could have been a really good duo, or like they could have been a really good tag team, but I don't think they've won a single match as a duo. I think they might have won like a 2-on-1 handicap match against Darby or something, but like they lose all the time. There's no point to them.
Yeah, good point. Next,
Don doesn't have much to say.
I don't have much to say. But next we have the main event. Cody, you can go ahead.
Can I say before we start, if this match went longer than 3 minutes, then this is really stupid.
No, I think it started like 9:53. So
before we get into the match, can we just talk about that entrance? Look at this man.
He has the best entrance in AEW easily.
In all of wrestling. Look at this.
No, wrestling.
Who has a better entrance?
I can't think of that right now.
Yeah, see.
I like Sasha Banks' entrance better than that.
Did you say you like Sasha Banks' entrance better than that?
But Dom, you also said Goldberg has like the sickest entrance of all time.
No, so. I said hype. I said there's a difference. There's a difference. You need to understand.
Okay, well, this was a squash match. I don't like that Arn Anderson had the towel to throw in about a minute in. And I thought that was pretty.
What?
Arn Anderson was so he was at ringside. He had a white towel he was going to throw in. To throw in the towel like a minute into the match. It was really dumb.
And you know, as soon as they walk in and Arn Anderson has a towel, you know that means that because Arn Anderson's on TV a lot, and I don't think he's ever had a white towel with him. So there's only one reason he'd come with a white towel. He
didn't throw the towel in, and then Brock squashed, and then Malachi also kicked Arn Anderson, and then I don't know who came out. I don't know who that was.
I got you. Lee Johnson come out, and Molly. I can't. Eric is already disappointed. Lee Johnson comes out, and get this: Malachi Black retreated, and that was the end of the show. Yes,
he retreated to Lee Johnson. Oh, you're kidding me! Oh, they're gonna ruin Malachi Black. I'm telling you right now. Lee Johnson's nothing. He's
Lee Johnson came to the rescue. Malik didn't fight. He just stepped out the ring and he smiled, and that was the end of the show. That was your AEW.
Lee Johnson. I don't know if another one. I don't know if he, other than Dark. I'm sure he wins on Dark, but on TV, I don't know that he's won a match. Why is that? Would have been a good one if he runs in and Malachi Black just lays him out.
That's what I wanted, but we don't get what we want sometimes.
But that makes him look so dumb. If he's walking away, if he's retreating from this jobber, like let me think. I'm going to think of an analogy from WWE to try to it's like if Roman Reigns backed down. God, who even? I don't even know.
Ricochet.
Maybe Ricochet. No, Ricochet wins some matches. Lee Johnson wins no. It's like It's like Leon Ruff. That was on just got
it's not in WWE anymore though.
But back then, but how they presented him, it's like if Roman Reigns backed down from Leon Ruff.
That'd be funny.
Okay, I think that's the show. It wasn't very good. I think it was one of the worst AEWs. It was one of the worst AEWs I've watched personally.